So I'm sure you saw the debate, and I'd love for you guys to voice your opinion respectfully, or if you want to go crazy, go crazy. Between these two and who won that debate and how and where. Joe had some good points on the immigration and correcting some of Trump's facts, right? Trump had this to say, that to say, and he kind of corrected him and said that's just not true, and that put some perspective in it for him. But what Trump did was that was really powerful, that really honed in with a lot of people. Is he, Joe said what he's going to do, criminal justice reform, this reform, that. And he asked them, listen, you were there for 8 years with Obama. You were there for 47 years. Why didn't you do any of that? And that's the real question that you should ask yourself. All the ideals of this individual and everything he says, if they were able to get done, it's true. But when it's time to sit down and actually get it done, the only thing that happens is who's ripping off who and when and how. Okay? Where are they going to suck the money out, right? Like in the Obama administration, they were going to come up with healthcare.gov. I was an Obama supporter, supported him for the second term. I was hoping he was going to pull through, come up with something. Nothing. Absolutely nothing got done. No real changes or hope or any of that things, that nonsense he was talking about. What's the reality of it is that, right, when the healthcare.gov website came out, it crashed. It collapsed. It wasn't working. Why? Because they have this great idea. Sure, we're going to be able to take I have an idea, take the streets of New York and end homeless and, have all of this and healthcare and this and that. But if you can't implement these ideas, you're just lying to people, which is what really bothered me at the end of that administration. I felt like I was lied to. The reality is that, specifically with that website, they spent $5 million on creating healthcare.gov with some Canadian company, and they just took the money. They did no real hard work. They never connected all these complicated insurance plans to this marketplace. And he had to, when the website came out, he had to call Google to help him, favor for a favor. Then they came to the White House, and he did a couple of videos with a bunch of YouTubers or something like that. That's not what you want. You don't want somebody who can't get anything done. And you have to understand, you're looking for the nice guy with the demeanor and the decorum that could present this nation. I'm not. You got to have somebody who points their finger at someone else and says, you're fired, or you're stupid, or you're not getting the job done, and the turnover. It might look crazy from the outside, but to me, that is, you need that bulldog, right, in the fight. To get this going. You don't want a mouse that says all these sweet things and goes nowhere with it. That's why how you get a President Trump, because the rest of the country woke up and said, we gave hope and change a chance. We wanted all these things happen. Nothing for the African American communities. Nothing for all of these ambitions that you had. You could have took half of the money that was spent on killing and our own soldiers and all this mayhem in Iraq, and if you would have invested it in Baltimore and Detroit and you gave people a job that makes $20, $25 an hour, developing something, real interesting housing projects and infrastructure, just get the right developers, get the right competition going, just 2-3 weeks worth of work. You just really need the money, and 2-3 weeks worth of clear-headed thinking, and the result would have been absolutely phenomenal for this country. But that was never done, and that's really what discouraged me. And that's why I'm personally not for what he has to say. I'm for it in theory, but I found a great YouTube comment that really explained it all. I was a liberal progressive, but then I grew up. I had all these ambitions and ideas and hopes and all these things during the Obama presidency and 8 years, and I was hoping and changing and believing and this and that, and then I grew up. It was just a person on a screen saying, yeah, this is the way this should be, saying it nicely. Talk is cheap. A lot of the people even, that I deal with, they're saying they're your best friend, or they're saying that they're for this. They're only for themselves, and they're for their money. And when that veil finally falls and the scales fall from your eyes, you'll probably see things in a far more cynical way, and you'll have to deal with the realities that you have to deal with. So, in my opinion, Trump had an edge on the debate. Joe Biden really exhausted, didn't really do that well, or he did well enough, but you know, he stumbled here and there. He was like, it's like things were flying at him too fast. He's like, come on, you know, didn't really look that good. But again, you know, I respect your choice. If you feel that's what's in your interest, I understand where you're coming from. I try to explain where I'm coming from here at Trax News, give you my perspective of the world. I can't deliver it any other way. Sure, I could deliver you some hard facts, whatever that means in this world anymore, but I deliver things in the way I understand them. I'm not here to influence your vote. I'm not here to say you're stupid for voting for Joe Biden or this guy's an asshole. Don't listen to the media. Don't let them tell you what it is. And the other point was that Joe Biden didn't really have an explanation other than deflection for what his son was doing and the money that he made. He lied. He just lied. He just collected. He thought, oh, it's fair for him to sweep a couple of dollars in for him and his son and his family. And when he's asking about this, they lie and they say, oh, Trump, you had a bank account in China or something like that. Excuse me. Nonsense. It's nonsense. He did something wrong. Doesn't have the decency to admit it. Has the gall to directly lie to your face, just like Bill Clinton did. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not take any money from foreign nations, he said. He's lying. That's my job to tell you what it is. I mean, that's the way I see it. Comment what your thoughts were on the debate or on any other thing, and I'll see you guys next week.